What's up, everybody? Today was a leg day that I hit. Did a quick little warm up on the air bike here at my gym. Again, I was at my work gym today, so I didn't have all the equipment available that I would ideally have, so I had to make do with a few exercises supplemented in, but still pretty effective workout. And then I started with low bar squats, and I knew this coming into this workout just on the drive over. My lower back was kind of bugging me a little bit, and I was like, you know what, I'm still going to take a shot at low bar squats. And in my program that I wrote for myself and others, there's an option to either do low bar squats or do good mornings. So I actually ended up warming up for low bar squats, and then I said, you know what, I am just not finding my groove today with this low bar squatting. Let me do good mornings instead. Sometimes you gotta kind of have to make a game time decision like that when you're at the gym. You're not always gonna know how something's feeling until you get warmed up and try it out. But something that I have noticed, I don't know, the past like 4 years, ever since out of high school, just low bar squatting has been very uncomfortable for me, and I have not been able to consistently progress at it. And whenever I've done high bar, I've always been able to match my low bar squat. And that's something that you don't usually see too often with people that are very tall or super long femurs. So I think I'm going to go back to only high bar squatting and front squatting, just because low bar squatting for myself is so temperamental. It's hard for me to have a good session low bar squatting, and a lot of times even when I have a good session, my lower back is just so taxed and fatigued, it takes forever to recover from. So I think from here on out, I'm going to be smarter with my programming and try to listen to where my strong suit is. And instead of low bar squatting, I'm going to do good mornings instead from here on out. And I'm going to see how that plays out and how that feels. And then the accessories after that was a Bulgarian split squat. I had 40-pound dumbbells in each tie end. These are a great exercise for your quads and your glutes. My hips, glutes were very sore today from this workout. They've been sore for a couple days, so these did their job. Try to make sure that you're tracking your knee in the middle of your foot when you're doing these Bulgarian split squats. It's definitely going to help out with the lack of joint pain and actually developing your quad how we want it to be developed. And then we went to the single leg Romanian deadlift. I broke my foot back about almost 2.5 months ago. So you're going to notice I get off balance quite a few times here. And it's actually my left foot that I broke. And for whatever reason, I've had a tough time returning to this. But everything else feels okay on the foot. I just am still kind of working on my ankle stability, and I could definitely tell my ankle was worked out. It's actually a little bit tender right now, but trying to rebuild those tendons, ligaments, and that muscle, what I sprained pretty bad when I broke the foot. And the Bulgarian split squats kind of feel some instability in there too, but those have been progressing and getting better quicker than the single leg Romanian deadlifts. And then here we have a reverse sled walk. I was supposed to do leg press instead, so pretty much my two options were to do a deficit trap bar deadlift or do a reverse sled pull, and I opted for the sled pull. Some people on YouTube refute the reverse sled pull, and it could just be the novelty of the exercise because I don't train it very often. But whenever I do the sled pull, my glutes, my hips, always get a really good workout, and I always get a nice quad pump. So, I try to stay lower. I try to stay into the bottom of a squat when I pull the sled, so that may have something to do with it. I'm kind of getting more quad activation and glutes, but I tell you what, the reverse sled, there's something to it. And then that was just me hitting the splits. I tried to work or incorporate hitting the middle splits on every other leg workout I usually do. I just try to do them really quick, and then I go into a deep Cossack squat, and that really helps me maintain my mobility. If you guys want to do the splits, it is a strength exercise. I didn't understand that concept until later in my exercise career, that splits actually require a lot of adduction strength. So the Copenhagen Plank would be a good exercise to work on, which you can see on the screen right now, if you're trying to go for the splits or just strengthen your inner thigh, because you got to have, yes, good flexibility, good mobility to hit the splits, but you also have to have the strength to support your whole entire body weight, or you're going to pull your adductor really bad and possibly tear it. And then here we have the hamstring curl machine. I love doing hamstring curls. I have not found another exercise that hits them as well for my hamstrings. This in Romanian deadlifts with a barbell, probably my top 2 favorite hamstring exercises. They're just awesome. And then a close third would be Good Mornings. And I ended up doing this workout in 3 pieces because I had clients throughout the day, so it was kind of hectic. So he did like the first part, the single leg Romanian deadlifts with the Bulgarian split squats and the Good Mornings in 1 piece. And then I did the Copenhagen Plank, Sled Pull, and Hamstring Curl in another piece. And then at the very end of my day, I got pretty excited because my client was squatting. I was like, you know what? I did not have a good squat session. I'm going to get this in really quick in 15 minutes and get these squats in. So again, like I did high bar and everything felt fine. And I'm fatigued here, right? I did the whole entire leg workout. I was definitely feeling fatigue in this. And the way I kind of rationalized it was, well, yes, I don't want to overtrain or get too deep into my recovery because I still want to have good intensity and hit my weights next session. But I did cut 2 to 3 exercises out because I just didn't have the machines available at this gym. So I was like, you know what, rather than doing more accessories, I'm just going to hit a main lift and then call it a day. And that's what I did. So this was 265, I think. Again, super pre-fatigued, but I mean, it just feels so much better high bar squatting, which feels so weird for me to say because I've always squatted low bar, but I don't know, my lower back can't take it anymore. I just don't know. And I put a belt on and my lower back hurts worse after I use a belt. And then again, front squats, so I can just go into the gym and I have a good session each and every time with high bar and front squatting. It's very odd, but hey, I'm gonna stick with it and see what results I get. Guys, that was my leg day workout for this week. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you get your workout in and try this workout on your own. Have a good day.